young thugger, I whip it that bitch, you know me, young thugger. Yeah, she shining like butter, the from Chicago, I call her young Cutler. Leave it to people, I pull up in Billy's with London, they all wanna meet. Yeah, they all wanna agree to. Then they all wanna. No, they won't tease on that, they won't read on that, they won't leash on that. Don't Felicia that, mama see to that, they won't snitch on that. She can't secret that. Mama a beast on that. If she bad, I'ma go in 4 season that. What? Hey, got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah. Money on my back, I got money on my brain. Money in my pants, I got money, I got change. 20, 50, 100, 500 million, man. Hey, I'm a double streaming, bleeding, switching back. Yeah. I'm amigo, I play with. When I put ice on, I am Sub-Zero. All of my, they hard, call them Beatles. Hey, was facing why I kept me a Regal. Dropping the top on the Bentley, I'm with the Birdman, yeah, the Eagle. Eat out my mind, man, I'm chewing out, I don't know none of these people. Let my little shawty go get me a burn back me a. Yes, I got trust, I'm not worried about that, they know they can get. That's why I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah. Now I'm like, baby, I need rest. Baby, I need rest. Baby, I want rest. Baby, I need rest. We got London on the track.
My style's so amazing. I got style, flavor, grace, and plus a different technique.
I see you, Prince. Turn me up, though. With my vocals loud. This that gutted. That's a nice. Playing ball at the rucker. These read off a script. When they see me, they stop the acting. I lock the class in nights. I would battle the with lots of passion. Lost a war knowing it never was easy to block a captain. Lean back, soldier. You need, don't ya? Won't let you quit. Here go. Won't ya? This that fatigue rap. Jeans black. Green Bay jersey matching a team hat. You all need, so I brought cream back. No more Mr. Nice Guy. We the owners of street rap. It's hard to earn. My daily operation is bring the streets back. Every day I go in the booth. I step in the arena. Always seen a moment of truth. I've been a gangster. Thanks, y'all. I'm from the bottom, bread to twist your top like they locking dreads. Chestnut checkers, you get my rider meds.
When they say my style's so amazing. Style, flavor, grace. I got style, flavor, grace, and plus a different technique. They say my style's so amazing. Style, flavor, grace, and plus a different technique. They say my style's so amazing.
What's that rooftop music right here? That staircase. Yeah.
They say my style's
Let's
so
go.
amazing.
My talk is a food for thought, so none other could raise the stakes. Make your plate, got no filler, so save your amazing grace. I'm from the jungles. They knew that my mother would raise an eight, born from the bottom. It's true that the gutter don't make mistakes. I got the formula, make it euphoria. Honoria, on a run, eating, creeping in Florida. I ain't even applauding you. These two hands come together. No one remembers the thought of you. Visions of staircases and rooftops, and even in rare cases, mask off, got bare faces for new ops. Trigger the worst when I come up bigger than verse. You can hear the traces of two.
And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the tip. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. A moment now to check out some numbers for him.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Queta in at the 5 down low. And for the Pacers, in the front court, the forwards, Mathurin and Siakam. Andrew Nembhard is out there with Aaron Nesmith. And it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint. Stan, when you have these back-to-back games, it must force you to alter your approach a little.
Well, Kevin, you got to manage minutes more carefully to not burn guys out. But really, if you can get the first one, it takes a little pressure off the back end.
Now here's White. Inside, here's Walsh, and he jams it with authority.
Yeah, his athleticism. More than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Here's Nembhard. Pass to Siakam. Second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
Brown outside. Pritchard with a wide-open look. Offline with his 3. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Nembhard for 3. The rebound by Queta. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce, courtside. Allie.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Nesmith finds Siakam. Good on the shot. Siakam's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's Walsh. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's White. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another, really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. 4-point game. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And they came away with a win last time in large part due to their depth. Great game from their bench.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Stats for White. The past month has been surreal. Averaging about 22 points per, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineup, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
Here's Nembhard. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee.
Well, he also did a good job of making plays for others. What a performance from him.
Off target with his 3. Well, it was the Boston Celtics winning their last game against the Pacers. And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Nembhard with it. No scoring in this one. That's a 2 from Mathurin, and the Pacers can't get it to go. Pritchard passes to White. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
White knows he has the green light to fire from deep. Great looking 3-ball there.
Pass to Siakam. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Well, he obviously came in ready to play, already hitting 4 of his first 5 shots.
First personal foul.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Sam Hauser's checked in for Boston.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, on the heels of star Tyrese Halliburton's unfortunate Achilles tear, the Pacers losing starting center Miles Turner in free agency, this is a team that had boasted tremendous depth. And that depth will be testing what amounts to something of a gap year in Indy.
They'll be challenged for certain. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Pass to Neesmith. And Siakam has it in the corner. Shoots over Hauser. Siakam, good. Siakam's got 11 points.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Here's Hauser. Fires from deep. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Here's Neesmith. And he banks in the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Celtics trail by 3. Now White. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Over in the corner, Brown. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. This is a good chance here to look at the teams with the most second chance points of the season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
Nailed from three-point land. He's got 14.
He's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Here comes your Pacers at 2, everybody. Make some noise.
Outside, White. Over to the wing. Brown against Mathurin. To stop the run. Pass to Pritchard. White setting the pick for Pritchard. Over in the corner, White. 5 to shoot. From downtown, Boston. No good that time either.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Nembhard, the pass to Mathurin. Here's Nembhard. Still without a basket. Pass to Huff. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound Boston. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, that was a fun one to watch. Love seeing the desire that comes through when a team knows they have to turn it up to pull off the comeback.
White drains it from 17 feet out. White's got 5 now.
So much control from White in the mid-range.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Shoots a fader. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got his 4th rebound in this one. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside, White. White with another miss. Indiana leading by 4. On the wing, Mathurin. He's covered by Brown. The shot by Nembhard and nobody around. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's White. He's got 5. Sinks the triple.
Sometimes you just know it's coming. White couldn't wait to let that one fly. Respond to the 3 on the other end.
Here's Mathurin. Into the lane. Here's Huff. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. To the paint. And finished off by Brown.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easily.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks. Pascal Siakam's veteran presence is hugely valuable to this Pacers team. Coach Rick Carlisle said, quote, his experience is really important to us. He doesn't get rattled, his personality stays consistent, but things get frantic in games. He is a calming influence on our young players. Back over to you, Kevin.
A cagey veteran. Allie, we thank you very much. And Boston has possession. The Pacers making the shot. Here's Queta. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, as his career has progressed, Brown's really improved his playmaking. Credit to him for putting in the work.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Shepard comes in for Nesmith, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. And Siakam has got the ball here for Indiana. To the middle. Trying to find Mathurin. Gets it to him. It's good.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
To the inside. Here's Queta. Pass to Hauser. Here's Shireman. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And Simon's missing. Indiana leading by 3. Right side, Mathurin. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And when Mathurin takes it inside, good things happen. Been a physical guard who can use that athleticism.
Outside, Simon sinks the 3-pointer.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Indiana moving the ball around. Outside, Mathurin. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Matherin's got his third bucket of the night. McConnell against Simon. Pass to Shireman. Now, here's Simon. He's covered closely. Back to Boucher. There's the three. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
So it's Boston now, following the miss by Pascal Siakam. Oh, and here comes Matherin all alone.
Oh, the size and quickness of Matherin is a deadly combination.
Celtics trail by 7. Boucher sets a screen for Simon. Over McConnell. And it's Simon's missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Siakam. Boucher with the rebound.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for Indiana. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pacers.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Walker out there with Jackson. Then there's Shepard. It's T.J. McConnell. And it's Matthews in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Pritchard. Following the score by Indiana. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. Jackson from long range. Boucher with the rebound. Celtics trail by 7. Simons surveying the D. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Pacers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Here's Jackson. Takes it off the glass. Jackson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Simons, the pass to Hauser. Here's Tillman, guarded by Jackson. Pritchard gets the bucket. Pritchard's got 5 now.
That's a smart pass in close quarter.
McConnell passes to Matthews. Down low. Here's Jackson. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside, Simons. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Outside Matthews. Pass to Jackson. Now, here's McConnell. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Celtics trail by 9. And it's Hauser in the corner. Off target from outside. The Pacers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And Matthews kicks to McConnell. Pass to Shepard. Fires the 3. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Shepard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Here's Boucher, and the dunk by Boucher.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And some changes here for the Celtics. Brownie's checked in for Sam Hauser. And it's White in for Anthony Simons. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Jackson a screen on Pritchard. Pass to Siakam. Here's Nesmith, and the jumper falls for him. 6 points for Aaron Nesmith. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh, and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
And the rejection by Jackson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Pacers making a switch here. Ups jacked in. Now, here's McConnell. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee. Here's Siakam. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Siakam's got 16 points.
And right now, Siakam is cooking. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep feeding the hot hand.
Back to Brown. Right wing. Tillman passes to Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Pass to Boucher. Brown inside the line. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here is Nesmith. And here is Siakam. He's covered by Pritchard. They double-team Siakam. Nembhard for 3. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him. Celtics trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
White against Nembhard. Pass to Tillman. Here's Boucher. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's Siakam. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And sometimes Siakam just overwhelms defenses inside. It makes them foul.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
And he knocks down the first one.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things and winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore. Goodness, the tomahawk one-hand slam.
Shows you how much strength he has. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Minot, covered by Siakam. Left side, Brown. over Neesmith. Brown, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pass to Siakam. From outside, off the mark.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Brown feeling out a bit. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That's his first foul. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for the Pacers.
Onto the court for the Pacers, number 00, Benedict Mathurin.
Here's White. 8 points for him. Up top, Brown. Defended by Mathurin. Shoots it up. And again, it's Indiana.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Simons is checked in. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at Boston. Right now they've compiled the third best record in the conference. And checking out Indiana, they have a lot of ground to make up.
Well, I think for Boston, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
They set the pick. Here's Siakam. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And here are the Pacers now. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Just 4 to shoot. For the three. And it's White with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. To the middle. It's deflected. Neesmith, the pass to Nembhard. Pass to Siakam. Pocket 4. And it's blocked. Nembhard against Simon. Siakam outside. Second chance shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And give Siakam the hoop and the harm on that one. And since being drafted back in 2016, he's really improved that upper body strength.
The Pacers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Boston making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. Free throw good. Siakam.
And with Siakam, it's been fun to watch his post-game develop. He's got a host of moves in the paint.
Brown dishes to White. Pass to Queta. Three-pointer, Simon. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offensively.
Boston's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. To stop the drought. And it's Simon's missing.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Pass to Siakam. Sweet move. The shot comes out.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Back to you guys.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Now, here's Simons. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana. Pass to Walsh. No good from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Back to Nembhard. On the wing, Mathurin. Inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Nembhard. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Lauri Markkanen and the Utah Jazz.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Now here's Brown. He's coming off a 31-point game against Indiana.
Yeah, and how about his work on the defensive side, swatting away several shot attempts.
Siakam passes to Mathurin. Indiana moving it around. Nembhard inside the three-point line. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 20. Brown outside. Here's Queta. And it's blocked. And he gets it back. The shot's good from Simons. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Poked away. Outside, White. Brown outside. Brown with the screen on Nembhard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, good seeing Simons draw these kinds of fouls. It's all about him remaining aggressive on offense.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, you have to appreciate a high-octane player like Anthony Simons. He runs the floor and just outworks other guys every chance he gets.
He's off on the second.
He's such a great scorer. Simons can carry an offense for a stretch. Now he's working on the night-to-night consistency.
Back to Siakam. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Boston Celtics.
They've looked weak defensively. If you got any pride, they need to show it soon.
Yeah, they're serving up a buffet and...
Okay, guys, now let's see what the... And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Pascal Siakam in this game, he's been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
On the court for the Celtics, Pritchard and White are their guards. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Queta in at the 5. Here's Brown. Clock up 2 there. Brown's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Celtics.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
That one misses for Neesmith. Celtics trail by 18. White the pass to Queta. Here's Walsh. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Here's Queta. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Shooting for Boston, Neemias Queta. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Pacers leading by 18. Outside Mathurin. Siakam outside. Pass to Nembhard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot goes in. Nembhard's got 5 now.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Brown the pass to Walsh. Now White jacks up a 3. Nembhard grabs the board. Outside Mathurin. Neesmith. White with the defensive effort.
Oh, nice job protecting the rim. Turning an easy bucket into a miss.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Now, here's Neesmith. Light covering. Pass to Mathurin. Some solid defense from Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Pritchard with the ball. He has 5. Brown right side. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and there's his patience paying off. Brown waited until the right moment to go on the offensive.
Outside Mathurin. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Well, let's take a look now at some of the most explosive players in the NBA lately. The highest scoring small forwards of the past month. Number 1, Jaylen Brown.
There is no doubt he is one of the league's most dynamic offensive players. I mean, he's capable of putting up some huge numbers from that wing position.
To be so impactful from the small forward position puts him in good company. A lot of all-time scorers at the 3 spot. Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Pacers leading by 16. Nembhard finds Mathurin. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it. but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense. Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Pass to Siakam. On the wing, Mathurin. He's covered by Brown. Nembhard's got space. Rebound, Boston. Brown's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Siakam's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Now, here's Nesmith. 10 points for him. Pass to Mathurin. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Nembhard's shot is good.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Here's Walsh. Outside, White. Pass to Queta. That's a 2 from Pritchard. It's pulled in by Huff. Indiana leading by 17. Now, here's Siakam. Back to Nembhard. Nesmith, the pass to Huff. Siakam outside. Pass to Nesmith. Tries again. Outside Mathurin. And it's good off the back rim and in. Mathurin's got 13.
Aggressive take there by Mathurin. He liked what he saw and took it.
Brown the pass to White. To the inside. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Mathurin. The rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pritchard against Nembhard. Pass to Brown. Over Mathurin. Boston again missing.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
Oh, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
Pass to Walsh. Mathurin against Brown. Here's Queta. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
Listen, it's a team sport, but without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Now, here's Nesmith. He's tightly guarded. Huff passes to Nembhard. Here's Huff. Here's Nesmith. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Pass to Hauser. Here's Tillman. He has yet to score. Clock at 6. Here's White. And that one's on target from the wing.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Nembhard sets the pick for Jackson. Wants to get it to Nembhard and does. That one goes in.
Boy, he's really turned it around since the break. In a bit of a rhythm now.
Pritchard against Nembhard. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Tillman. Here's Hauser. No good on the triple.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Jackson, a screen on Brown. Mathurin against Brown. Baseline J on the way. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's White. Good on the three-point shot. White's got 13.
Yeah, we've seen White's confidence as a scorer grow over time, which is why he stays aggressive when he catches fire.
Here's Mathurin. 13 points in the game. Pass to Huff. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
And his shot just hasn't been there in this one. Luckily, his team has been able to make up the difference.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Austin making a switch here. .146 left to play in the third. The Pacers pull it in. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now, here's Simons. He's got 8. To the paint. Nifty move. Siakam misses. Celtics trail by 16. Now, Hauser. And 1:01 left in the third. Boucher sets a screen for Simons. 4 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Boucher.
Well, you see the development of Simons, reading the game better.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Here's Shepard, covered by Simons. And here's McConnell, still scoreless. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Celtics trail by 14. Pass to Hauser, back to Simons. And there's the try. It's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Celtics shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
At the line for the Celtics, Anthony Simons. At the line for one.
One shot.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Siakam looking around. Jackson setting the pick here for Siakam. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pacers lead by 11. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Keep working the game, possession by possession. Keep doing everything hard. Down there, let's get some stops.
Foul pouring his guys to lock in Greg defensively.
The defensive intensity is going to be critical. The offense will come, but you need the defense to bring effort.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. Shepard out there with T.J. McConnell. And it's Walker in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Well, you can't give Simons a look from 3. He's a knockdown guy.
McConnell passes to Jackson. Now Shepard covered by Simons. Pass to McConnell. 3-pointer. Tillman grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 8. Hauser finds Pritchard. Back to Hauser. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
How about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now, here's McConnell. Pass to Shepard. That's good, and it's McConnell with the assist.
That's a nice shot, helping to space the floor for his team.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. Now, here's Simons. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 6. Tillman. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Isaiah Jackson.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with that.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Pacers leading by 8. Over in the corner, Shepard misses the 3. The Celtics shooting 43% from the floor. Stolen by Walker. Driving inside. And Walker throws it down hard.
For his size, Walker has great burst off the bounce.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam. Brought to you by AT&T. Pritchard with the ball. The kick out to Simons. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Shepard with the ball. Covered by Simons. Pass to Pritchard. Floats one. Count that one. Now just a 5-point Pacer lead.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
And right there, you see the impact of Siakam's length. So tough to defend once he gets to his spot.
For Indiana, Pascal Siakam, 2 shots.
Throw good, Siakam. And Indiana making a change here. Huff's jacked in, and a change for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Chris Boucher. Siakam hits them both. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Pritchard against McConnell. Brown outside. Here's the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Huff. Shepard the pass to Siakam. Pass to Shepard. 5 on the clock. There's a good screen. There's McConnell. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. McConnell's got his first points of the night.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The line for the Celtics. Peyton Pritchard. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Whitey's checked in for Anfernee Simons. And so he hits both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
The kick out to Walker from outside the arc. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam. Siakam's got assist number 5 here tonight. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 7. Pass to Hauser. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Indiana's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Walker against Brown. It's tipped. Now, here's Siakam. Good on the bucket. And now a 9-point Indiana lead.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Now here's Brown. Shoots over Walker. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 11 in the second half. Siakam, high post. Baseline try. And Boston with the rebound.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Down low. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Mathurin, he's checked in for Jarris Walker. Neesmith comes in for Shepard. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Then for the Celtics, Kate is checked in, and Chris Boucher's subbed in for Sam Hauser. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out." Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Siakam outside. Pass to Mathurin. There's the pick. Launches a three. Rebound, Boston. White looking around. Three-pointer, Pritchard. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Mathurin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to Neesmith. Pass to Mathurin. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. Boston grabs the miss. White's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
It's Brown on the wing. Defended by Mathurin. Brown against Mathurin. And it's Brown missing.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You got to play smart.
It's Nembhard on the wing. He's covered by Pritchard. They set the screen. Here's Huff, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Now, here's Boucher. Here's Brown. Over Mathurin. Busted. No good that time either.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Nembhard against Pritchard. Now Mathurin from the arc. And no good that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Brown on the drive. White wide open. He fires. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists in the game. Now Nembhard. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Nembhard. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Celtics making a switch here. Walsh is checked in.
Let's hear it for all the dancers.
A 2-point game. Pritchard with the ball. Here's Walsh. Here's Brown. To tie it up. No good. Could not tie it up. For Indiana, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth.
Oh, great scorer and passer. Defenses have to respect both, and he fooled them there with the pump fake.
At the line, for the Pacers, Pascal Siakam.
No good on that. the second free throw, good. Here's Brown. Now Pritchard. Jaylen Brown. That one misses, had a chance to tie it up. Indiana leading by 3. Mathurin, 12-footer, gets it.
And wow, Mathurin, the youngster, making his presence known.
Brown against Mathurin. Deflects the pass. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Brown against Mathurin. Fires. Cleared away by Mathurin.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Shoots the 3. Doesn't get that one. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 5. Trying again, and he figures it out with the lay-in.
Well, that's a great effort. Unwilling to let that possession die.
Let's go.
Big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Here's Siakam.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Brown inside, defended by Mathurin. That one goes.
Look, Brown has proven himself to be a clutch performer, and he does it again.
Siakam inside. Shakes him.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back. Moving the ball for the highest percentage look.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Good.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And they need a miracle, guys. They don't have enough time for the catch-and-shoot three, so the only hope is for an alley-oop and an and-one to finish out.
So a close game sees Indiana take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those...
Oh, terrific job, Ellie.